Good greetings to all the learned learners. In this video, we discuss Where the Mind is Without Fear, written by Rabindranath Tagore. Tagore was born on 7th May 1861 and died on 7th August 1941. He was a Bengali poet, writer, composer, philosopher, and painter. He reshaped Bengali literature and music as well as Indian art with contextual modernism in the late 19th and early 20th centuries. The author of profoundly sensitive, fresh, and beautiful verse of Gitanjali, he became in 1913 the first non European as well as the first lyricist to win the Nobel Prize in Literature. Tagore's poetic songs were viewed as spiritual and mercurial. However, his elegant prose and magical poetry remain largely unknown outside Bengal. He is sometimes referred to as the Bard of Bengal. Now, over to the poem Where the Mind is Without Fear. This is one of the most powerful and vastly read poem composed by Nobel laureate Rabindranath Tagore in the 90s. The poem was composed under the title Prarthana in the volume Naivedya. It was originally published in Bengali, pronounced as Chittojita Boishuna, in the midst of poets and demonstrations against British rule. The Bengali version was translated into English by the author himself in 1911 and was the 35th poem in his famous Nobel-winning collection, the Gitanjali, Song of Offerings, published in 1912. The poem is written in the form of a prayer to God, the Almighty, for true freedom for his country. In the lines 1 to 4, the poet starts to imagine what he would like his country to be. He says that no countryman of his should live with fear on his mind at all times. Instead, they should hold their heads up fearlessly and have confidence in themselves. Later he says, knowledge should be available to all citizens. That is, educational institutes should admit students of all races and classes. All the various regions of India and their peoples should be united instead of fighting amongst themselves for supremacy. They should fight together against a common enemy to determine their common fate. As the poem moves on, in the lines 5 to 8, you can read the poet says that in the India of his dreams, everyone should speak the truth. No person should lie for his own advantage. Every man should make an effort to improve himself and keep trying till he reaches a stage of self-perfection. Next, he imagines the reason to be an unsullied stream of water through which one can progress easily and without encountering too many obstacles. On the other hand, he imagines habit to be a desert. The stream of reason seems to him to be lost in the sands of habit. This means that he is saying that the people of his country blindly believe in their superstitions at present, and he would like them to question these beliefs through the application of logic. And then goes on in lines 9 to 11, the poet speaks directly to God. He wants his countrymen to be led by him so that they broaden the horizon of both their thoughts and their actions. If they were to do so, then India would be transformed into heaven. Heaven where all its citizens would be truly free. It is in an 11 lines poem without any identified rhyming scheme. It is composed in a very simplified language so that originality seems to exist in this translated version. It's a very straightforward poem with no any under the circumstance connotations. The entire poem is one single sentence broken into different sections with a semicolon and at the end of each line. The poem seems to be in a posture of thoughtful prayer. Talking about the theme, the poem is about true freedom. According to the poet, true freedom is an inner possession of man and it can be realized only with God's help. It means moral and spiritual uplift of the people under divine guidance. Freedom should give India courage and should induce her people to pursue the path of knowledge and truth. It should liberate her from narrow prejudices and superstitions and make her people sincere in word and action. We, men and women of India, must make a supreme mental and spiritual effort to achieve this true freedom with God's help and guidance. This is true freedom, is true patriotism, and it is something more than narrow nationalism or self-love of nations. That's all about the poem, Where the Mind is Without Fear. Hope you have all understood. Keep watching my videos, like, share and subscribe. And for further notifications, you may hit the bell icon and keep supporting me. Thank you.